And we have more now on Chrystia Freeland's new appointment by Volodymyr Zelenskyy as an economic advisor for Ukraine, bringing some questions about her current role as the Member of Parliament for the Ontario riding of University Rosedale. Janice McGregor is with us this morning tracking this story. Janice, how would Freeland be able to work for both governments, Canada and Ukraine, at the same time?
Indeed, that's the question of the morning. This is a very curious appointment all around. Just yesterday, Canada's ambassador in Kyiv, Natalka Simak, was posting on her social media about how important it was that Mark Carney had appointed Freeland last fall as his special representative for the reconstruction of Ukraine, talking about how Freeland would be advancing Canada's security, trade, and investment interests. But now today, we have this announcement from Volodymyr Zelenskyy announcing that Freeland will now be his special advisor on economic development. He wrote of her extensive experience in attracting investment and implementing economic transformations. Those words presumably a reference to her previous roles in Canada's cabinet as finance and international trade minister. Canada is in ongoing talks with Ukraine about billions of dollars worth of support for its government. We're talking military procurement, government financing loans. There are ongoing international efforts to figure out how to seize the proceeds of Russian assets to rebuild Ukraine. This is a push that Freeland started in her 2022 federal budget, but something that has kind of recently stalled, particularly in Europe. Plus, work continues to implement the newly renegotiated free trade agreement between these two countries. But just because two countries are close allies in this fight doesn't mean that their interests are always going to align perfectly. It is very unclear how Freeland can sit on both sides of the table at the same time without being in some kind of a conflict of interest. We have asked Mark Carney's Prime Minister's office to clarify which government she is now working for, particularly heading into these Coalition of the Willing talks in Paris tomorrow. They have said they'll get back to us when they can, so we await that word.
It raises a lot of questions. I mean, did Zelenskyy jump the gun on the timing? Will she resign her seat? Mark Carney needs her as an MP, a Liberal MP, desperately in his parliament. So what do you figure comes next?
Yeah, because, you know, she does remain the MP for the Toronto riding of University of Rosedale. When she resigned from cabinet last September, she did not resign her specific seat. Later in the fall, she announced that she would be moving to the UK to take up a new job as head of the Roads Trust as of July 1st. One assumes that she wasn't planning to continue to represent Toronto constituents in the House of Commons while living in Oxford for her new gig. But the Liberals need that seat occupied. Remember, their headcount in this minority parliament is just short of what the government needs to maintain the confidence of the House without having help from other places. MPs will return in late January. We know, for example, they'll need to approve spending estimates that could be confidence measures before late March. But even if Freeland were to resign her seat immediately, it is unclear that the Prime Minister has a long enough window here to replace her before he might need that vote again.
Lots to find out, and you'll be keeping tabs on it, I'm sure. Janice, thank you.
You're welcome.